We continue to talk about health, what makes you age and how to stop this process, or at least dramatically slow it down. For those who forgot who I am or see me for the first time, I'm Alexei, the guy with the thick Ukrainian accent. For most of my life, I study and practice energy, spirituality, and natural lifestyle in many forms. I practice it on myself, I'm 55 by the way, as well as on hundreds of my friends and clients, mostly in relationship consulting. Nice to meet you too. Your health has 5 aspects, all of which have to be taken into account. These 5 aspects are spirituality, or if you are an atheist, psychology, your thoughts, your mindset, whatever you prefer. Air that you breathe, water that you drink, food that you eat, and physical activity, regular exercises. And all of it has to act on your clean body, so it would be a great idea to clean it up first. Most people are adepts of some of these aspects while ignoring the rest. Spiritually inclined believes that all you need is regular prayer or meditation, and all your problems, including health, will be solved from above. Others breathe through their chakras and claim that they get all they need with prana. Yet others purify water and believe that this is the foundation of everything, because we are made mainly of water, of course. Some follow countless diets, claiming that food is the root of all our problems and thus the panacea against every possible illness. And a huge number of people overestimate physical activity, running, jumping, going to gym and torturing themselves in other ways. All of them are not quite right. If you want, they are right partially, because all of these aspects are needed and all of them are equally important. Like all links in a chain have to be strong. If any one link fails, the whole chain breaks up. Then it doesn't matter which particular chain link has failed. Your mindset, the food you eat, the air you breathe, the water you drink, or exercises you do or don't do. Yes, seeing the big picture is hard, especially if you have already achieved some results in any of these departments. But this is up to you. I only show you that you can remain truly healthy only by taking into account all aspects of your health. Then, to get natural, long-lasting results, or to keep living as before and be dependent on medications, is up to you. Your body has a huge potential to dwell in unfavorable conditions, lacking essential nutrients, clean air, water, physical activities, and whatever else you dismiss as not that important. Your body will fight for survival, giving you the illusion that everything is alright for years, even decades. But eventually, your body will deplete its resources and will start to fail. Now it happens much earlier, thanks to our medical business and food industry. At their 30s, most people today have diseases that even few decades ago were rare, occurring only among the eldest. Again, thanks the doctors. And we go deeper to see how it actually works. At a basic level, you are made of cells. Their condition directly affects your health, your looks, your well-being, and longevity. Cells in your body are replaced all the time. Every 3 years, some 80% of them renew. After 7 years, all cells in your body get completely replaced by new ones. Cells comprise tissues that make organs that in turn make 12 systems which constitute your body. The mainstream medical business works on the tissue, organs, and systems levels. But if you want to remain healthy, you need to catch a disease earlier, at the level of cells, and prevent it from going further, affecting tissues, then organs, and finally the systems of your body. Actually, the cells level is the first step at the material level, that of your physical body. In reality, one we live in, any disease starts much earlier, at the spiritual level. From your karmic reactions, it progressively materializes, lowers its frequency, down to your thoughts, then to the energy level, from where it descends to the material plane, your physical body. Here it starts to manifest at the level of cells. The universe plays fairly. It alerts you that something is not right with you at all stages of any problem propagation. You constantly get hints, gut feelings, nightly dreams. The appropriate information coincidentally finds you, just like this video. The universe keeps telling you that you are doing something wrong. The more intelligent you are, the earlier you will catch the signal, thus intercept and prevent the disease. Yet it's much easier to fix the issue at the earliest stages. The deeper it progresses, the lower its frequency, the more painful the fix will be, and the more expensive. As Jim Rohn said on another subject, it's either pennies of prevention or dollars of consequences. If the problem is not resolved, then disease lowers its frequency, materializes lower and lower. From the cellular level, it progresses down to the level of tissues, then organs, then systems, then your body fails and you die. Again, there is a direct correlation. The more intelligent you are, the earlier you will catch the problem and the earlier you resolve it. The wisest among us can catch it at the level of idea or energy and do what it takes to stop it. While the dumbest of us wait until their bodies start to fail, then they go to see doctors and become their paying clients for the rest of their lives. So if you think of yourself as an intelligent person, you might as well try to intercept a disease at an early stage. I have the feeling that I'm repeating myself, but that's fine. This way, at least some of you will get it. If not on the first, hopefully at the second or third time. Thus, live longer and healthier. You are welcome. Today, around 100 billions of your body cells will die. But don't freak out. Today, around 100 billions new cells in your body will be born. Since your cells are made of what they eat, the question arises, what do you feed them with? If you feed your cells with artificial crap, processed food or inorganic substitutes, your body will eventually become this artificial inorganic substance with very little energy, feeling shitty, looking old and unattractive. All cells in your body need the right amount of building materials, clean air, water, not to mention your positive thoughts that create the auspicious environment. We spoke about water in the video preliminary to this one, but there is never enough of it, so let's talk about water some more. Specifically, its quantity and of course quality. Quantity is simple. If you are healthy, you need about 30 milliliters of clean water for each kilogram of your weight, or if you think in imperial terms, about 2 ounces of water per 2 pounds of you. When you are ill, you can easily double or even triple this amount. Just don't float yourself up at once. Raise the level of water consumption gradually. Now about water quality. Water has to be clean and have certain properties. Because for your cells, not all water is water. Even if you drink a lot of just any water, part of it will leave your body with urine and sweat. Some of it will be stored in the intercellular space, the problem called edema or swelling. To be absorbed by your cells, water needs to have certain properties. Better initially, because if it's not fit for consumption by your cells, your body will need to process it to the required condition. And this takes a lot of energy, which you will be missing from your joyful daily activities. Let's get a little technical so that you understand how it works. I promise to keep it short and simple. Every cell is enclosed in a membrane and exchanges water with its surrounding. Clean water that gets into a cell brings along all the nutrients and oxygen the cell needs, and the waste water leaves the cell, eliminating the products of its vital activity and releasing whatever it produces, hormones for example. So the water has to get in and out of the cell, but the cell membrane has no water pump to move water in and out of it. So cells rely on electrolysis, moving only the ions of water through their membranes. For this, water has to be an electrolyte, electrically charged. It also has to be structured to have certain minerals, certain surface tension, and the oxidation reduction potential, the proportion of positive and negative particles in water. And the last water property is its pH balance. The water should be slightly alkaline. Because if the water is even slightly acidic, it doesn't penetrate the cell's membranes and they lose their ability to receive oxygen and nutrients they need, eliminate toxins and useful stuff they produce. About pH balance, we spoke in the preliminary video, watch it. Water deserves several more days of discussing, but this is just an introduction. We will talk about it in other videos. Now let's move to food. Your cells need the following elements: proteins, amino acids, the building blocks for your body. Minerals, they build human amino acids from vegetable and animal amino acids. Otherwise, you would look like a mix of chicken, broccoli, potato, and whatever else you eat. This process is being initiated by vitamins and controlled by enzymes. You also need just enough of sugars and fats to fuel these processes. And finally, your food intake has to be balanced. It should contain all these elements in the right proportion. For example, by cutting down carbohydrates, you will not be losing weight. If you know that you abuse sugars, you might reduce their intake, but you need them. Same for fats, imagine. The cell membrane at 50% is made of it. If you totally eliminate fats from your diet, the cell membranes will get thin and sick, which will cause quite a few problems for your cells. Not to mention other super important roles fats play in your body. And it pertains to everything. Our mind is our curse. We keep trying to outsmart the nature, causing all kinds of problems. Animals live pure natural life just because they are not endowed with intelligence. They follow the program written for them by God or nature if you are an atheist. So they don't harm themselves the way we do. Your body is just like animals, much smarter than you are, in a sense that it does what's best for it and avoids doing anything harmful. With much wisdom comes much sorrow indeed. Most of us eat unhealthily, but your cells know what nutrients they need. If you don't provide it to them, your cells will be searching for it, searching nearby, depleting of these elements other tissues and organs of your body. Imagine a car manufacturing factory that doesn't get enough parts to assemble cars. Each department makes a certain car module. When some parts are missing, its workers sneak into other departments and steal from there the parts they need. As a result, this particular department may get its module done, but the other departments will now miss the parts. And the car will not be assembled fully to its specification. It will be missing some details in one module or another, or in many of them, depending who took what parts from what other factory departments. Nice metaphor, I must admit. This is why most people have deficit of essential elements and, as a result, all kinds of diseases. When your body receives any food, it pulls out the blueprint of processing it and starts to gather all components necessary for this job. Some details arrive with the food itself, others are missing from the shipment, so they are being taken from other departments of your body. An example. You heard that sugar damages your teeth. That's true, but there is no direct harm. Sugar does not break out the tooth enamel. White refined sugar lacks many nutritive elements, such as calcium. Normally, calcium would arrive with sugar, but white processed sugar has no calcium. So your body looks for it elsewhere, finds it in your teeth and takes it from there, which later causes teeth decay. When you eat not what your body and your cells need, such emergency state is permanent. You chronically miss some elements and your body hastily puts them out of its other parts. Even if you are a vegetarian, remember what I said in the preliminary video about natural food? Well, guess what? Most products in most stores have a near eternity shelf life. This is a major giveaway that this food is not natural. Any food is natural only as long as it's alive or recently cooked, at most 2-3 hours. Everything beyond this is dead. Eating dead food, you are eating the death itself. Sounds biblical. Let me remind you what we are talking about here: your health, longevity, and youth, so that we don't get carried away with these fascinating details. It's not only the lack of nutritive elements and its redistribution within your body that makes you age faster. It's also energy expenses to process it all. When you drink tea, coffee, beer, soft drinks, or anything but clean water, your body works hard. It decomposes it into its basic elements and extracts from the drink actual water. Not to mention all the toxins it has to eliminate from these junk drinks and all other transformations it has to perform on these unnatural substances. These processes take a lot of time and huge part of your energy. That's why after a normal meal you usually feel heavy, even tired, want to lie down for 5 minutes, that turn into an hour nap. This is because your body uses most of its available energy to process whatever you dump into it. By the time it's finally done sorting the food you ate, decomposing it into basic elements, digesting some of them, eliminating and storing as fat the rest, you gulp another batch of heavy toxic junk, and your body starts again its exhausting job. Unlike you, it cannot take a day off. All it can do is fail, which it eventually does. When you are young, you have plenty of resources, just like if you inherited a fortune from your deceased uncle. Knowing nothing else, you believe that this is the way it should be and will always be. So you spend your free money left and right until you suddenly run out of it. Then you find out that you have to work for the rest of your life and that you will not be earning nearly as much as you are used to spend. Same with your health. You get advanced funds of health, energy, immunity, beauty, and you believe that it will last forever. But by the age of 20-25, you start to notice not too flattering changes in the mirror and in the way you feel, particularly in the morning after partying all night. You suddenly realize that you are not as eternally healthy as you are used to be. So you either give up and adopt a cynical attitude, denying the reality and making fun of what you are too weak to change. Or you start drastically doing something about it, usually something useless, indoctrinated by the society and by the mainstream medical business that wants you to be constantly sick. Women are more sensitive to the way they look, so they start spending a fortune on cosmetics and other superficial cures, which don't stop your aging and decay but speed it up. It takes certain intelligence to see it in others and do something about it before it's too late. The ability to learn from the others' mistakes is a blessing. Very few people have it, and they don't watch this video. They don't need to. I'm not a huge fan of fresh salads, but I eat them every day, simply because this is the easiest way to remain healthy. One thing you might notice: if you have a normal meal that contains some meat, a side dish, bread, maybe soup, only a few pieces of vegetables, followed by a dessert with juice, tea or coffee, not to mention any alcohol, for at least an hour after such lunch you feel tired. But if you eat a large bowl of freshly cut vegetables, especially without any heavy dressing, right after it you want to jump and move mountains. This is because most fresh vegetables are autolytic. They digest themselves using their own enzymes. So your body spends very little energy on vegetables digestion. This energy is available to you right away, and instead of sleepy, you feel active. Having realized that the free ride of the youth health advance is over, and having no intelligence or strength for even a basic discipline, many people become cynics, making fun of healthy lifestyle, praising gluttony, boozing, and other simple fun, as if they can keep up with it forever. I'm not pretending to be a Puritan. I had my share of non-healthy lifestyle, enough for 10 people. Why I'm still alive and pathologically healthy is because I came to my senses before it got too late. I'm far from being saint, but for the past 20 years I haven't had a single drink or smoke. I've changed my diet, eating healthy but without fanaticism. My daily regimen has changed itself when I quit drinking coffee. Now I go to bed at 8-9 p.m., wake up at 4, never with an alarm clock. Not too much into sports, but I have enough regular physical activity. I'm not bragging, just showing you that it's possible even if you are half as lazy as I am. Yet I saw way too many people who would rather die than change their life. And they did. But that's fine. Most people today don't know what they are living for anyway. Only if you feel that there is something more to life than this, here you have to think of what your life is now. I can help you. Walking you the path I've already taken. The other option is following the mainstream, being the part of the crowd. There you do whatever pleases you. Naturally, you get sick. You go to see a doctor who's in cahoots with the pharmacy mafia. He prescribes you useless and or harmful drugs, and you start taking them. These drugs cause other problems in addition to what you already had. You go back to the doctor who prescribes you yet another medicine, and the vicious circle repeats until you die. That's how this business works. It can exist only when we are ignorant. That's why I'm sharing with you this knowledge. And pinging for like-minded people. Every member of our medical mafia will hate me for this. They will comment that I'm a charlatan treating people without a license. To make them fuck off preventively, I'm not treating anybody. I'm not even talking to their faithful flock, those who want to get treated. I'm talking to people who want to be healthy. Try to see the difference. Being treated is not same as being healthy. These are not just different, but the opposite mindsets. There are very few of us, but I always prefer quality over quantity. I would rather be with awakened, intelligent people than with sheep sleepwalking to the slaughterhouse. As long as you are eating whatever the mainstream lures you into, your body will literally be fighting for survival, wasting most of its energy to convert all this crap into something useful. Imagine a truck that drives only a couple of feet on 1 gallon of fuel. In order to get somewhere, such truck has to haul a fuel tank for its own consumption. Naturally, it cannot carry any other useful load. Similarly, if your body is using most of the energy it gets to convert the junk you feed it with into something it can use, it has zero payload. You can agree that it makes sense to reduce this unnecessary work and release this energy for something useful. At least for your good mood, you always feel better when you are full of energy. It's not that difficult, all it takes are small changes. Your body will notice even a little improvements and will thank you for them. You feel better, more active, your mind starts to clear up, many problems that bug you disappear. You start understanding what's going on around. This is another reason the system tries to keep you semi-conscious. With its food, medications, pollutions, radiation, and other influences. But changing your diet, even for a few days, makes you feel much better and clears up your mind. You can trust me on this, because I went through it myself, helped many people go through it and saw their results. It's actually easy, like jumping into cold water. Scary at first, but then your body seems to explode with excitement. And the longer you wait, the harder it seems to be. Simply because you are spending energy on thinking about it and on feeding your fear of doing it. I had many quantum leaps in my life, and it always has the same scenario. As soon as you make a definite decision for good, something strange and wonderful happens. It doesn't seem to be scary or difficult anymore. More than this, the circumstances suddenly line up for your benefit. This is because the universe or your guardian angel wait for you to make the right decision. Only then they start supporting you. Okay, let's wrap it up. If you want to remain healthy and naturally young, first of all, stop listening to our traditional medical business. Its goal is money, not your health. Can you say conflict of interest? Next, if you regularly eat and drink junk, start reducing its intake. Slowly replace it with natural, not processed food, preferably fresh vegetables. You will see the changes as fast as within few days. It will encourage you to continue slowly without stressing your body up. The toxins in it will keep asking for more of their kind. Keep supplying it to them, but less and less, replacing junk with more healthy food. Not to cause a revolution. What we are talking about here is the right approach, the general direction to your health, longevity and well-being. You will need at least some discipline in your daily regimen, food consumption, reasonable physical activity and so on. Most people have none. If they are intelligent and somewhat observant, they admit that they cannot change their life on their own. Then, if they are intelligent, they will search for an external help. It's either someone who went this path already, knows how to help them and wants to help them. Someone like me. Another option, find and join a group of people who have it as their goal, such as followers of this channel. Here you go, the Ready community. It's called Synergy. Together we achieve more and faster than on our own. So follow me here, or find another specialist who better resonates with you. This was still the introduction into the huge subject which I will be talking about more. The subject is a conjunction of science and spiritual knowledge, a reflection of my life approach actually. I can help you too, recover your health, make you look and feel younger, and live longer. If you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. It's new and I would really appreciate your support. And I will value your participation. This would mean that you are one of the few awake people in this world, one of the few who has critical thinking and the ability to take decisions for yourself, and thus deserve to live longer and better. Once this channel gets its first 100 followers, I will start doing weekly webinars, where you can get answers to your questions and solutions to your problems. You are welcome.